Well, President Herodopoulos has said that Florida will have the most open, transparent, and interactive redistricting process in American history. And here's how we're going to do it. First, we've taken all the demographic information that's come to us from the Bureau of the Census. Who lives where in Florida? Are they young? Are they old? Are they African American? Are they Hispanic? Are they white? Do they own their own homes? All of the information gathered by the census. And we've put that information on the internet so that anybody in Florida will have an opportunity to look at, here's what our neighborhood looks like, here's what our community looks like, here's what our part of the state looks like. Then, as required by the United States Constitution and our state constitution, every 10 years because of that census and the changing nature of the population in our state, we have to redraw congressional lines. We pick up, Steve, 2 new congressional seats in Florida. That means Florida will be more important in setting federal policy and be a lot more important even than we are now in presidential elections because we get 2 more electoral votes. But we have to draw the congressional lines where the people have moved to, where the new people have come to in the state of Florida. Then we have to draw 120 House districts and 40 Senate districts. But politicians aren't going to get in the back room and do that in a room filled with cigar smoke. Instead, President Herodopoulos has said, take the software that we use to draw the lines, all the laws, federal and state, that we have to abide by, put all that on the internet so that we'll have 19 million Floridians who can audit and participate in the redistricting process. They can use the demographic data, they can use the district line drawing software, and they can present to us their own maps. How do you think your congressional district ought to look? Do you think that you ought to live 150 miles away from your state senator, or do you want to make sure you do? How does your community fit together, and what's a logical community of interest? And so we're going to be doing 24 hearings around the state. Representative Will Weatherford, the Speaker designate, is heading the House committee. We'll be working with him and doing joint hearings so people can come forward and say, here's my plan, here are my concerns, here's what are my criticisms, here's what I want you to do. Plus, they'll be able to draw their own maps and submit them to the Reapportionment Committee, and we'll consider and make public every single bit of input that we receive from citizens of Florida so that by this time next year, hopefully, we'll have a redistricting process we can be proud of.